If you like these stories and you want to follow the giants along on their adventures, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you.
Giant toy.
Summertime up on the Giant's Mountain, you could find the giant children running around outside barefooted. No matter what, rain or shine, cloudy, windy, the children would always be outside barefooted. They loved to do this because it grounded them. It made them feel better and sleep better at night. It was called earthing, and they would do it every day in the summer. It felt so good to feel grounded. Being barefooted, though, came with some risks. You never knew when you were going to step on a slimy worm or one of those pokey weeds in the yard. Ow-wee, those hurt. But one of the most painful things to step on, well, we'll get to that in a second. Because today was one of those days in the summer when the giant children were running around outside earthing. When Ernie ran through a clover patch, and this is when the most painful thing to step on happened. He stepped on a honeybee, which made him instantly fall over to the ground, crying for help. Luna, Bo, and Apple Peach Banana came running over to see what all the fuss was about with Ernie. He said, my foot hurts. And when Luna looked, she could see the bee stinger still in his foot. Okay, Ernie, I have to pull the stinger out first. Ernie was sitting on the ground saying, don't do it, it hurts, don't touch it, I don't want anyone to touch it, don't even look at it, you're making it hurt more. Luna said, I know, Ernie, I've been stung before too, but we have to get the stinger out. Close your eyes, I'm going to count to 3 and pull it out. So Ernie closed his eyes while Luna counted to 3. 1, 2, 3. And on 3, she grabbed it with her fingers and pulled it out as quick as can be. She made sure she got the whole stinger out, then she put it on the ground. Ernie was still sitting on the ground crying, it still hurts. So Bo and Luna carried Ernie back to the house. Apple Peach Banana got some cold water in a bucket for Ernie to soak his foot in. This was not the first sting to happen in this house, and the giant children knew exactly what to do to make Ernie's bee sting feel better. Luna and Bo gently put Ernie down on the couch. Apple Peach Banana brought the cold bucket of water over to Ernie and had him slowly dip his foot into the water. Quickly, Ernie's foot didn't hurt quite so bad. It definitely still hurt, but not as bad as it did a second ago.
Does your sting feel better, Ernie?
Luna asked. It feels a little better. Well, it's probably going to hurt for a couple days, Ernie, Luna said. Luna has been stung every single summer at least once since she was little, so she has quite the experience with bee stings. It might even itch, she added. Ernie looked up at Luna with a very serious face and said, I wish honeybees never existed. I don't like them, not even a little bit. I know you feel that way right now, Ernie, because you got stung, but honeybees are actually really great creatures. No, they're not, Ernie said. They stung me. Bo said,
Well, you did step on it.
I know I did, but it was an accident. What makes honeybees so great anyway? Well, for starts, bees help pollinate all of our flowers. So in our garden, we need the bees to pollinate all of our cucumbers and tomatoes and our beans and our peas. Without them, our vegetables won't grow. Really? Said Ernie. Yes, really, said Luna. Yeah, and with all of that pollen they get from our vegetable garden and the clovers out on the mountain, they make honey with it. Bo added, You know that honey we eat? That all came from honeybees. Ernie said, That's not true. Bo said, Oh, yes it is. Here, I'll go get some right now. Bo marched into the kitchen, grabbed the honey jar, and got a spoon out, filled it with honey, and brought it back to Ernie. Ernie ate the whole spoonful in one bite. I do love honey, Ernie said. See, aren't you glad there's bees? Asked Luna. Well, I guess I do like our garden to grow, and I guess I do like honey. But I'm still mad that one stung me. You're allowed to be mad, Ernie, but just know the honeybee didn't want to sting you. It was an accident because you stepped on it. Apple Peach Banana was being very reassuring for Ernie because he still was upset about being stung, and it did still hurt him. Do you want to know some more cool facts about bees, Ernie? Luna asked. She was trying to entertain him while he sat there with his foot in the cold water. And that way it would take his mind off of the pain he was feeling from the sting. Because, as Luna knew, the sting can hurt for a couple days. But if she could distract him for a little bit from how he felt on it from his foot, then it might help him feel better faster. Like what? What are the cool facts? Ernie said. Well, for starts, honeybees have 5 eyes. What? 5 eyes? Bo asked. I didn't even know that. Luna said, Yes, really, 5 eyes. And guess what? At this point, Apple Peach Banana and Bo were also very interested in what Luna was going to say. Only the girl bees have stingers. That means that the boy bees can't even sting us. And did you know that bees don't even want to sting us? Because when they do, they die. So just know when you're by honeybees that if you remain calm and you don't hurt them, they won't sting you. Because they don't want to. Oh, that's good to know, Apple Peach Banana said. I know a fact, Apple Peach Banana said. What is it? Luna asked. Did you know that honeybees communicate by dancing? That's how they tell other honeybees in the hive where all the good flowers are. And then Apple Peach Banana took a little break to show her siblings how a bee dances, and she danced around the living room like a bee. Tell me something else, Ernie said. He was enjoying all these facts and learning about bees. Bo said, Well, only the queen bee lays eggs, and she can lay up to 20,000 eggs a day. Whoa, that's a lot of bees, Apple Peach Banana said. Luna said, Yeah, and when they collect pollen, it sticks to the back of their legs and they bring it back to their hive to eat. So how do bees make honey? Ernie asked. Oh yeah, I can tell you that, Luna said. They go to a flower and they use their straw-like tongues called a proboscis, and they suck up the nectar they find on the flowers. The nectar goes down into their honey stomach, where it breaks down the complex sugars into simpler sugars. And when the honeybee gets back to the hive, it passes that nectar honey onto a younger bee. That bee then packs the honey into the honeycomb and dries it out by using its wings as a fan. Then they seal up the top using beeswax to eat it later on. Wow, bees are super cool, Ernie said. They really are hard workers. I feel bad for stepping on that one. I know, Ernie, it was an accident. It's happened to all of us. But it is a good reminder to just watch where we step. I will always watch where I step now, Ernie said, because I don't want to get stung again, and because I don't want to hurt a honeybee. They're so nice making honey for us. Yes, they are, Bo said. Ernie began to notice that his bee sting wasn't bothering him so much anymore, and he decided he was ready to go back outside and play. But for the rest of that day and the rest of the summer, he was very cautious about where he stepped and made sure he wasn't walking through the clover patches anymore. He wanted to keep the honeybees safe. The end. Good night, Giants.